Welcome to the Westport Library. Today's program will begin momentarily. Supported by Verso Studios, created locally and shared with the world.
Well, are you ready for some feel-good fun today? And I think really, first of all, thank you for coming out and sharing this day with us. A Peace Day event, and it's really terrific. And I'm Dennis Wong. I'm a Westport Sunrise Rotary, a Rotarian peace builder. And one of the things about Rotary, it's about a service organization, both in the community and international. And our mission is, we say, to advance understanding, goodwill, and peace. And in peace, we think about really we're a world where every person and every community and every nation can live in safety, dignity, and well-being. So this is the day that we have to recognize what we're doing. And one of the things that, in addition to this is the International Day of Peace by the United Nations. And it's basically it's an annual event, and there's millions of people attending thousands of events around the world. So really, happy to have you all join us, and we joining you in this day of celebration. So one of the things that I want to start with a message from the United Nations. And so we'll see what queuing up, and just a short message from the Attorney General.
Peace is the most powerful force for a better future, and it is within our grasp if we choose it. That is the message of Peace Day, and it is the message of this very peace bell, which was cast from coins and medals donated by people across the world. The peace bell reminds us that even the smallest contributions can forge something enduring. Even in a fractured world, we can come together to let peace ring.
With every ring of this peace bell, let us be reminded that peace is not only a simple word out of 5 letters. It is our greatest responsibility for our children and future generations.
Well, thank you. And the thing is about, they say peace can be in also 5 letters. And to me, it's about smiling. Smile. Peace begins with a smile. So if you all can smile, then we can start really in a sense of starting at the Peace Day. And so now that I'm finished, it's showtime. And let me tell you, to introduce the Whirled Peas Band. And to the far is Josh, who's playing the bass. There's Andrew on the drums, and there's Joe on the guitar, and there's Mark, who also plays the guitar and is a vocalist. And wait, and you saw the peace bell, I play the cowbell. So let the show begin. Enjoy. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for being here. And I'd like to mention that we have a Rotary member, Rotary, and family. That's my son, Josh. I also want to ask everybody to acknowledge Dennis, because he single-handedly put together this event, getting the library oriented and really helping us to get this started. So please, Dennis, a round of applause for Dennis Wong. So as we attempted to select some songs about peace, we have, I think, the first 3 that are pretty obviously about peace, and there's a couple that are about singing together. And at the end of our set, we will have, hopefully, a time when we can all sing a Beatles song. So we'll start out with one by George Harrison. He said this was a prayer and a personal statement between me, the Lord, and whoever likes it. And I think that for people who are in the business of peace building, they need as much resilience as they can get, and I think sometimes people will pray to get that resilience. Give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth, give me light, with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Take hold of my hand, that I might understand you. Won't you please, oh won't you give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth, give me life, give me love, keep me free from birth, give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Won't you please, oh won't you give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth, give me life, keep me free from birth, give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. This is actually our second full-time gig that we've played. We actually played once and played one song together. So I was wondering about how I'm going to introduce this next song. And totally amazing, this morning on CBS, whatever that show is on the Sunday morning CBS show, they showed a mural that had been created for St. Patrick's Cathedral. It's an enormous mural, and the name of the mural is "What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding?" As I walk through this wicked world, there's a light in the darkness, sanity. I ask myself, misery, and each time I feel like this inside, one thing I want to know: what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? As I walk on through troubled times, my spirit gets so downhearted sometimes. So where are the strong? And where are the trusted? And where is the harmony, sweet harmony? And each time I feel it slipping away, just makes me wanna cry. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? The strong, and who are the trusted, and where is the harmony? funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Okay. It's always interesting. Okay, so in a time of an ongoing war and social strife, John Lennon decided to say something about that, and he wanted to talk about revolution, and this is what he had to say. You say you want a revolution, well, you know, you're gonna change the world. You tell me that it's evolution, well, you know, we all want to change the world. But when you talk about destruction, don't you know that you can count me out? You know it's gonna be alright. Yeah. You know it's gonna be alright. You know it's gonna be alright. You say you got the real solution. Well, you know, we'd all love to see the plan. You ask me for a contribution. Well, you know, we're all doing what we can. But if you want money for people with minds that hate, all I can tell you is, brother, you have to wait. You know it's gonna be alright. You know it's gonna be alright. You know it's gonna be alright. You say you're gonna Constitution, well, you know, we all wanna change your head. You tell me it's the institution, well, you know, you better free your mind instead. But if you go carrying pictures of Chairman Mao, you ain't gonna make it with anyone anyhow. You know it's gonna be alright. 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 Alright.
All right. All right. Ha! Close enough for rock and roll, right?
Always interesting when you start on the right note and end on the right note, right?
It's all about how you finish.
Okay, so there's an amazing band of very famous musicians. Bob Dylan, Jeff Lynne, George Harrison, Roy Orbison, and Tom Petty wrote this song called Handle with Care. And as I think about peace songs, these famous musicians are saying that in our loneliness and our vulnerability, we need to handle each other with care. Situations tolerable, baby, you're adorable. Handle me with care. I'm so tired of being lonely. I just need someone to glow. Won't you show me that you really care? Everybody got somebody to lean. Next to mine, dream on. I've been fobbed off and I've been fooled. I've been robbed and ridiculed in daycare centers and night school. Handle me with care. Commercialized. Holding on and commercialized. Handle me with care. I'm so tired of being lonely. I still have some love to give. Won't you show me that you really care? Everybody needs somebody to lean. Handle me with care.
It's a good day when we all end
Thank you very
at the
much.
same time.
Okay, so one more opportunity for us to all sing together is this song by Darius Rucker, and even though it doesn't obviously relate to peace, it actually causes us all to sing together. And after this one, what we're hoping we could do is get everybody here to sing the last song we're going to do, Give Peace a Chance by the Beatles, so everybody can sing the chorus, I hope. Yeah, so this song is called Wagon Wheel.
We're counting on you, Raj. That's why you're right up here, buddy. That's why you got all dressed up today. We have an unofficial part of the band, but you're the unofficial part of the band. You can't hide up front for long, man, I'm telling you. I got my eye on you. If I gotta be up here, somebody take this mic away from me right now. Get up here and take this mic away from me, Roger.
Heading down south to the land of the pine, climbing my way up to North Carolina, staring up the road, and pray to God I see headlights. I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for and see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Running from the cold up into England, I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. A baby plays guitar, I pick a banjo now. Oh, the North Country winters getting me down. Lost my money playing poker, so I had to leave town. But I ain't turning back to living that old life no more. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Walking to the south, out of Roanoke, I caught a trucker out of Philly, had a nice long toke. He's a heading west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. I gotta get a move on before the sun. I hear my baby calling my name, and I know that she's the only one. If I get to Raleigh, at least I will die free. Well, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Yeah, rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Yeah, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Hey, mama, rock me. Mama, rock me. All right. This last song is one that I'm sure you've all heard before. We were hoping that we can get everybody to join us and sing along. And before I finish up my comments on our set, I want to congratulate the Westport Rotary for a wonderful event yesterday. They had the Lobster Fest, and they really knocked it out of the park. And we are the Westport Sunrise Rotary, but the Westport Noon Club Rotary, it really is, I think that was considered the second largest fundraiser in Westport.
We were thinking about starting a Westport Supper Club Rotary. If anyone's not available at sunrise or through the rest of the day, there's going to be a supper Rotary taking place once a month.
We'll be driving
the third Friday of every other month in the odd years.
But it'll be a drive.
We're going to have a crab fest, and it's going to raise a lot of money, I'm telling you right now.
It's a group drive-through at McDonald's.
That might get me into the Rotary. If I can run the Supper Club, Westport Supper Club Rotary, you just might have a deal.
Okay, so we need some people to help us out here. Everybody's talking about fagism, shagism, dragism, madism, ragism, tagism, this ism, that ism, 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 ism. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Yeah. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Oh, everybody's talking about ministers, sinisters, banisters, canisters, bishop, bishops, rabbis and papas and babas and babas. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Everybody's talking about revolution, evolution, masturbation, flagellation, regulation, integration, meditation, United Nations, congratulations. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Everybody's talking about John and Yoko, Timmy, Larry, Rosemary, Tommy Smothers, Bobby Dylan, Tommy Cooper, Derek Taylor, Norman Mailer, Ellen Ginsberg, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance.
The sign up for the Supper Club Rotary is in the back on the right. I'm taking donations now in advance. So if you want to put a deposit on the club, I guarantee everything's going to go just fine. I got the guy, the finance guy right here. Just because he's involved with Orange, there's no conflict of interest. I want you to know that.
So,
You and me, buddy.
so there's going to be a major shift in the level of talent that's going to hit the stage. and you're about to hear from some very amazing people. The first one is going to be a little bit of a break between the musical act that you just heard and what you'll be hearing from our friend David Friedman. But the next person who's going to come up to the stage is Reverend Shawn Moninger. Shawn, would you please come up? Shawn is an absolutely amazing person. He's devoted his entire professional life to helping people. He is a remarkable person, and I'm very, very proud to call him my friend. His talk is going to be entitled, "What is this thing called peace?"
You ready?
You're ready.
Thank you, gentlemen. Everybody's amps turned off? Seriously. Yeah, we had a sound check issue with that. So I'm going to move this so you can see me, because I know it really blocks me. I'm going to put this on your stand, Mark.
You got it.
So I am Reverend Shawn Moninger, which, if you've ever known me, it's laughable. That I didn't leave high school voted most likely to become a minister. A friend of mine said I may have been voted most likely to need one. And but it worked out that way as life progressed and I saw things. And so I want to tell you a little church story. For some of you, the church temple, call it what you will. But this man was lost at sea, cast away as it were. And he landed on this island where he was there for many, many, many years, till one day a boat came along and found him. And they rescued him. And what they couldn't figure out is this is an abandoned island, and it was built up. There was stuff on this island. I mean, shacks and huts and things. And so they're talking to him. There was a runway, you know, what do you call that? A dock for them to come in. And they said, well, what's going on here? And they said, who built all this? And he said, well, I did. I had time, so I built it all. And they said, you built like this, and the dock? And he said, yeah. And they said, but there's 3 buildings up on the hill. You didn't build those. He said, oh, yeah, I did. He said, really? Yeah. And they said, well, what's that house up there in the middle? What's the building? He said, that's my house. They said, really? You built that? And they said, and what's the building on the right? And he said, oh, that's my church. You built a church? You're here by yourself, and you built a church. And what's the one on the left? He said, oh, that's the church I used to go to. Got to change it on the outside, don't we? Who here these days is not feeling terribly at peace with your life, your surroundings? Well, maybe we can rethink that. Maybe we can find a new way in this 20 minutes or so to rethink stuff. See, I always thought everything outside had to change for me to be at peace. I used to think that peace was the end of war, or the end of war would be peace. And then what kept happening was more wars started. And I thought, okay, so something's missing here in the theory, that if we just don't have war, we'll be at peace. And so I had to look into it, and I really had to find out what's going on here. Now, last week I did 10 days of silence, a silent Vipassana meditation course. And my meditation, what's that for? To bring you peace. Well, let me tell you, everything unlike peace will show itself to you when you're doing this kind of thing, to tell you where you're not at peace, and where it's what you think is wrong is not the problem. And I had to look into that. So every time I've done it 7 times now. It's crazy, at an ashram up in Massachusetts. And every time I go there, the first time was, anybody ever quit smoking? That's what the first time was like. It's, oh my gosh, it's so hard. And everybody I've ever met came to visit me. Everybody, dead, alive, didn't matter. They came in because I had time to think. And it's nutty. And then there's things going on around you. Last year when I went, there was this guy next to me, and they tell you, pay no attention to the other meditators. And this guy, he was placed next to me at meals, because you're assigned where you sit, where you do this. You're on the floor meditating 10 hours a day in a very specific way. And you're not communicating with each other. I never communicated with the other guys. And this guy next to me, he made more noise when he ate. And you're supposed to not pay attention. He could slurp toast. And I thought, oh, I'm supposed to find peace at this. Oh, I'm supposed to be at peace. We're in meditation. And things have come up over the years. This year, my car died in the middle of it. Now, how would you know that since you don't go to your car? There are course boundaries. Well, there was a tornado that came through one day during meditation, and it didn't hit the building, but it hit my car. It's very clear. Because for me to have some semblance of sanity while I'm doing this, every day I walk near where the parking lot is, behind these trees, and I beep my keys. That way, if I hear beep, beep, I know I can leave anytime I want. And that, I derive peace from that, or some semblance of peace. And after that tornado, there was no beep, beep. And oh, come on, man. And so I went to the course manager, who you are allowed to talk to, and I said, well, I have to get my car fixed. It stopped. I said, yes, I broke the boundary, and I went, and it's not where there's no electricity, and I don't know if it's the storm or if my car just died. What happened? It's an electric car or semi-electric. And he said, well, next Sunday, now this was on Saturday, and he's saying a week from now, we'll get somebody to look at it. I said, no, I have to leave on Sunday. I have to go speak in the city. He said, well, then Saturday. And I said, okay, I'm supposed to accept for a week this. thought, okay. Now, I did go and call David, my lovely husband there, which you're not allowed to do either. But some things you just got to do. And he said, well, look, if worst comes to worst, I'll drive up there and get you. It was 2.5 hours away. And I thought, fine. So I relaxed a bit, and I spent the week finding a new way to think about things. And my new way, it started the first night, was be here now. Because the first night that we were going into the silence, I started planning my last day a week and a half later. Oh, well, when I leave. And I said, no, Shawn, don't do that. You'll put yourself in hell for a week and a half waiting to leave. And I didn't want to do that. So be here now. And then I heard a voice. I have a voice inside of me, and it's a good one. It's positive. Never tells me to hurt anybody, including myself. And then it says, the voice said, remember, now is not then, and here is not there. Be here now. Here now is where all my good resides. Here now is where everything I want is. Here now. It's not across the street. Because if I went across the street, that would be here now. But if I'm over here wishing I was across the street, I've just put myself in an unhappy, unpeaceful place. I've just put myself at a distance of where I can relax. And that's what we're doing, so many of us. We keep putting ourselves in an there-then place. If only that were different. If only they were different. If only that, I can't take it anymore. With the world going on around me like it is, I just can't take it. And it's like, that's because you're imagining there then. Here now, I don't know about all of you, but I know about a lot of you. And I've been to your homes. I've seen the cars you drive. I've eaten delicious, lovely meals with you. I've eaten lovely desserts with you. I've had snacks with you. I've gone out for iced tea with you, many of you. I don't see an awful life, except in your head, except in your conversation about there then. And I'm not here to criticize anybody for it, but there's an alternative. There's an alternative to this internal misery. And that's what it is. It's an internal misery every time I'm wishing out there, them were different. And the only way to change that is me, is changing my thought. Peace is here. Peace is here, unless I say it isn't. That's the only reason. I used to do a group, and this one man that he would come to it, and he would say, oh, it was a good day. And I'd say, really? What made it good? And he'd give me all these details. And I said, yeah, but what made it good? And he'd give me more details. And I'd say, but what made it good? And he said, I don't know, Shawn, tell me. Because you said so. That's what made it good for you. Another week would be, oh, it was a terrible day. Oh, really? What made it terrible? When he'd give me all these details. And I'd say, yeah, but what made it terrible? And he'd give me more details. And I'd say, but what made it terrible? He said, what? And I said, because you said so. And I had to get out of that thinking that things are either good or bad, because my mother taught me what was good and what was bad, as opposed to what was right and what was wrong. I didn't want to believe like my parents believed. I didn't have to anymore. I was Shawn, and I was an adult. And I was a rebellious kid as far as that went. I didn't have to agree with society. I didn't have to agree with the news. I didn't have to agree with friends. I didn't have to agree with anybody that told me my life isn't good. I don't know what our future holds, but I do know that my present is either just fine or lousy based on what I tell myself it is. And I don't want to try to convince my friends what their life is. Years ago, I had to set myself free from the belief that because something looks, smells, or tastes like this, it's not good. When I was 5 years old, my grandmother put a Brussels sprout on my plate. And I said, "Oh, I hate those." And she said, "Have you ever eaten one?" I said, "No." And she said, "Well, if you'll have one." And I ate one, it became my favorite vegetable. So I learned, without investigation. Was it Dr. Herbert Spencer said, there is I've gone blank on it. There is a principle, which is a bar against all information, and which is guaranteed to keep humankind in everlasting ignorance. And that principle is faith without, disdain without investigation. Investigate. You know I don't like dark chocolate, because believe me, I've investigated. I was brought up to think that bald was bad. And then I went bald. And I thought I was somehow bad. I thought I was unattractive. I thought that there was a piece missing about me. I even have a friend in her club act who makes fun of bald fat people. And I went to her. I said, "You think I'm ugly?" And she went, "Oh, it was a joke, Shawn." I said, "It doesn't feel that way. But I'm not going to agree with you. I am bald, I am lovely, and I have a husband who thinks good things about me. I can't judge all that." Now, in this world of fear, this world of panic, this world around us that so many people, that this one has to stop doing this, this fool, this, the names they call people. I had to go within and ask for the truth. I have a thing called spirit. That's what I call it. It's that voice within. I say, "Spirit, tell me the truth about this." And what I heard was, many of these people have been made fun of. They have been humiliated. And now they're in retribution. I understand. I know what it's like to hurt. Anybody ever been made fun of? Anybody ever been humiliated? When I was a child and my mother would humiliate me, I would think about how I could get even with her. I was 10 years old, being screamed at in a car, and I think, "Same to you." That was my, silently, "Same to you." Because I wouldn't have said that out loud at 10. I had to wait till I was 14 to say that. And then one day I woke up and realized I want to love my mother. I don't want to be mad at her anymore, and I don't want to hurt her. And so I changed the way I thought. And what I saw was, as I began to react differently to my mother shifted. And my mother, the last few years of her life, became a great mother to me. Great mother to me. And my brother one day said, she's down here, Garrett. My brother said, "You keep saying she's changed. I don't see it." And I said, "Well, Mark, you haven't. So she's the same with you. But I have. And so she's different with me." And he heard that. And so, gang, what if you began to look at some of our decision makers differently, those of you who disapprove? And what if, because this is what I tell people, pray for people's joy. Pray for everyone's joy. Become willing that all beings experience joy. Why? Because joy-filled people don't hurt other people. Happy people are generous people. And some people, many, I've said this too, and I can see a few faces in the house right now are saying, "Oh no, they should be punished. They're bad, they must be done away with." And I'm gonna tell you, you wanna do away with them? See them differently. Go within and ask that highest voice within you to show you something new and different and loving and joy-filled if you want peace. We will not end a war and get peace. But if we claim peace, we may end a war. Peace ends wars. War does not bring peace. Don't try to get rid of the bad in order to find the good. Find the good, and the bad will no longer appear. This stuff has been going on since the beginning of time. It's shocking. I've read some history books. I've read a Bible. It's been going on forever and ever and ever. People are afraid, and people hurt, and people are confused, and they want to know life differently, but they don't know how to. You guys showed up here today. Hopefully, I've given you a couple of new ways to think about things, a new way to operate. For 2 weeks now, I have been 3 weeks now, I've been saying, here is not then, or here is not there, and then is not now. I'm going to read something to you from one of my very favorite books. Oh, hello, water. I'm littering. Come on, get out of there. My book. Here we go. I read this book not to bring any religion in here, and it's a Holy Spirit's interpretation, and it's page 153 in this book, and this is one of my most favorite readings ever. And it says here, where'd it go? I know I had it. Oh, it's on the other page, that's why. It says, oh, why did I do it on that page? It's this page. My goodness. See how forgiving you can be now? It's your opportunity. It says, do not worry about your progress on this path. Imagine it's the highest voice within you speaking to you right now, guiding you, advising you, and I promise, it will not guide you to hurt yourself or anyone else. This does not tell us that anybody out there is bad. This gives us a new way to think about our own thinking. It's very important. And it says, so do not worry about your progress on this path that you travel to healing. To be on the path and aware of the path and thinking of the path is enough. Let me tell you a secret that will make your journey along this path simpler and more joyful. The secret is this: as you travel this path, you will only have 2 experiences. It may seem like many, but in truth, only 2. One experience will speed you along your journey in joy. Anybody like to have that? Okay, make sure. One experience will speed you along in your journey in joy. The other will delay your journey a little while. The secret to a simple and joyful journey is to learn to discern between these 2 experiences and then always choose the joyful one. I've spoken to you of both experiences before, so this is but a reminder for you. The only 2 experiences that you will know as we travel this path together are the experience of your willingness and the experience of your resistance. 2 experiences: willingness and resistance. Everything that you think you experience is either one or the other. So do not worry about your progress on this path. Do not judge your own thoughts or actions, for worry and judgment do not bring joy, so they cannot be willingness. Discern carefully, my friend. Recognize the thought within your mind, and at every opportunity, choose the strength of your willingness. Seek only for the highest, and all things will be given you. Where your heart is, your treasure is also. It will be helpful if you remember this. Spirit's will is that you be perfectly happy in every moment of eternity. Imagine that there is an energy, an entity, call it what you will, but think of it as the highest in you, that its will within you is that every moment in eternity, you be joy-filled. And the best way to attain that is to become willing that all beings become joy-filled. Doesn't matter what you have thought before today. It doesn't matter what you have been willing for before today. Doesn't matter what you have resisted before today. What matters is right here, right now, could you even consider joy for yourself and all beings? I understand the challenge. I am not above and beyond doubt. That's my resistance. And so every day I have to look and say, okay, today I want to choose joy, so I have to choose for willingness. And when I do that, new information comes in from places I don't know about. You're going to hear that lyric today. And so I encourage you. David Friedman wrote one of my favorite lyrics, which is, there's a place you're meant to be, and you're already there. Welcome. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Shawn. He's always a surprise and a wonderful, wonderful speaker. So Shawn mentioned David. I want to just comment that, we opened today's event with songs that were written and created by many prominent and famous artists and songwriters. The next series of songs, all of them, were written and created by this gentleman. And I would like you to think that if we see the belief in the creative act and the pursuit of the act of creating art and songs as an essential aspect of peace building, our featured guest, David Friedman, epitomizes the definition of a wonderful creative artist, a brilliant songwriter, and most of all, a peace builder. Please welcome David.
Thank you. I'm going to do some housekeeping so you can see me. Let's see. Hi. So I am a songwriter, and you would think a songwriter writes songs. But I don't experience it that way. I experience me as being written by songs. Songs come to me, not from me. Songs that write me often contain wisdom and information that I don't personally have. And so I say, I don't know how to write a song, I know how to open to one. And when I open, what comes in, usually it comes in because I have to learn something, and I try to learn it and then pass it on to the world through singers, because songs don't exist unless they are sung. And so many of the songs that come to me, because I'm a, troubled, messy, hypochondriac, anxious person, come to me to give me inner Gesundheit, to give me inner peace, to help me find a peace within, no matter what circumstances are going on outside. So tonight, well, it's still daylight. This afternoon, we're going to do some songs that came to me to help me heal and find some peace. And the first one is a song that came to me. I was in a very devastating place. I'd lost someone very close to me, very important to me, not only as a friend, but as a muse, as a singer. And I felt bereft and angry. And I thought, I'm never gonna write again. I'm never gonna do anything again. It's over. And I was walking down the street one day, and this song came to me so full-blown that I had to run into a stationery store and write it down. And the song told me that no matter what's going on, and no matter what you can see or not see, there is a flow to things. There is a higher power. There are things you're not aware of. And to just stay the course and listen to that voice that Shawn talks about that just speaks to us, and it will take us where we need to go. The song is called Trust the Wind. And to sing it, a dear friend, oh, there she is, and a brilliant talent. We met 3 years ago at Canyon Ranch, and I heard her sing my stuff, and I said, okay, we gotta work together. And we've been doing concerts at Canyon Ranch of my music, concerts around here. We've played New York a bunch of times, Savannah, and so please welcome to sing Trust the Wind, Samantha Talora.
There's a voice that's softly whispering inside my head, telling me I'm gonna be alright. It keeps saying, let yourself be led where you are led. Don't hold back, don't put up a fight. It tells me, trust the wind, breathe the air. There's a place you're meant to be, and you're already there. Open up your heart and let life in. You know that you can always trust the wind. When the world starts doing things that I don't understand, and I search my soul to find a reason why, in the dark of night I feel somebody take my hand and tell me you don't even have to try, for you can trust the wind, breathe the air, and know that there are helping hands around you everywhere. Open up your heart and let life in. You know that you can always trust the wind. Dreams have wings, thoughts take flight. All good things are streaming toward us every day. They hear our prayers, they know the way. I'm gonna trust the wind, breathe the air, let it take me on its wings and carry me somewhere. I'll open up my heart and let life in. I know wherever breezes blow, wherever winding rivers flow, I'm going where I need to go. I can trust the wind. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, David.
Hey. Yay.
Yay, indeed.
So this next song is about that moment when everything comes together, when like you fall in love or you, what you've been planning just comes true completely. And we have those moments. And I wanted to include it tonight. It's probably one of my most well-known songs, but also because to hold on when things are not going the way we want them to, when we have no hope and we can't figure out how we're gonna get out of this, that we have had and will have times again when it works out and things happen the way we want them to.
Yeah, and if I can add to that, the importance of really what it feels like to be seen and heard by someone, and also to be the one seeing and hearing and being fully present in a moment so that you can just show up as is necessary for each other. That's what this is for me. Here we are, you and I at last, in the right place, at the right time. Every dream I've dreamed has come to pass, 'cause you're right here, and you're all mine. listen, listen. Listen to my heart, listen to it sing. Listen to my voice, it wants to tell you everything. There's so much to say, I don't know where to start. But if you want to know the love I'm feeling, listen to my heart. All my life, I've been on a road going one way toward one dream. The road would wind, and down it I would go, always searching, never finding. But even in this darkest hour, I always knew that someday, somehow, the road would lead to you. And words can't express how my heart's filled with happiness. Listen to it, listen to my heart, listen to it sing, listen to my voice, it wants to tell you everything. Listen to my song, listen to it soar. I've waited all my life for this one moment. I'm not waiting anymore. Listen to my heart as it cries for all the years that it was lonely. Listen to my heart as it smiles to know that now, after so long, I can finally sing my song. And you're here, and you're listening, you're listening. Listen to my voice, and it will tell you everything, all about the life that's just about to start. For if you want to know how much I love you, listen to my heart. Listen to my heart. Listen to my heart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Gorgeous.
It was not a bad song, David. Not a bad song.
You know, I forgot to mention, when that first song, Trust the Wind, when it came to me, and in this business, what you do is you find someone fabulous to do a demo of it so people can hear it. And I thought, who's really a fabulous Broadway star who would sing this beautifully? So the first person to sing this was an amazing singer and friend, Ann Ranolfson, and she's right over there. So thank you, Ann. This next song I wrote in a really hopeless situation. I wrote this at the height of the AIDS epidemic. And of course, what was going on there, it seemed hopeless. Everyone was dying, all these people were dying, there was no cure, everyone was ill, and so it seemed like, what can you do? And so I wrote this song about, no matter how bad it looks, there's got to be a way, even though we don't know what that way is. And I wrote this song, Help Us on the Way, and it became the theme song for Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS for the last 30 years. And AIDS today is not a problem, but it's certainly come a long way from where it was. And so that there's always hope, no matter what. This is Help Us on the Way.
There is always hope, and sometimes it's hard to remember that, right? But what I believe is that we have each other to turn to in times of maybe not being so sure where hope is coming from. Sometimes you feel like, oh, the bigger plan is going to help, and I believe that as well. But looking right at each other and trusting that we can help each other, I think is empowering in a lot of ways. And when I feel particularly helpless, I also say, well, Sam, you can also be the one to help. So that makes me feel less hopeless and more maybe like anything's possible. Don't give up the ship, even when you feel it sinking and you don't know what to do. Don't give up your dream, even though you may be thinking it never will come true. Life has its own ideas of how things come about, and if you just hang in there, life is gonna work it out. Help is on the way from places you don't know about today, from friends you may not have met yet. Believe me when I say I know help is on the way. You don't have to know where the path you're on is leading. You just have to walk along, dreaming as you go, asking for the things you're needing. You never can go wrong if you have faith that things are happening as they should, and just believe each step you take is leading you to something good. Help is on the way from places you don't know about today, from friends you may not have met yet. Believe me when I say I know help is on the way. So open your heart, open your mind. No matter how you've tried and failed, tomorrow you could turn and find that help is on the way from places you don't know about today, from friends you may not have met yet. Believe me when I say I know help is on the way. Help is on the way. Help is on the Thank you. Thank you, David.
Samantha will be back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay. Okay, so I'm going to call some band members onto the stage. We're going to play, this is a country song from a show I did in New York in 2018 called Desperate Measures. Oh, good. Hey, some Desperate Measures people. And Desperate Measures was a country and western, very loosely version based on Shakespeare's Measure for Measure. And it's about virtue, and it's about morality, and it is about, no comparisons here, a misogynistic, narcissistic, corrupt leader who wrongly imprisons a young man for a crime that he shouldn't be in prison for. And this song, the young man is singing about how no matter how difficult life gets, we must remember that we are alive and we're experiencing and living life, and it's good to be alive. And so Eric Šebek is a new friend. We all did a concert together in Savannah, and he's gonna sing It's Good to Be Alive with the band.
know one thing. It's good to be alive. Cactus on the plain, wrestle with the dust, paying for the rain just because they must. Still somehow they grow, still somehow they thrive. Could it be they know it's good to be alive? I'm not saying life is all sunshine and roses. Sometimes it's hard to live, but you must admit it's a bit more appealing than the alternative. Hear the coyotes bay in the desert night, shadowing their prey, lusting for a fight, brawling tooth and claw. That's how they survive. They know but one law. It's good to be alive. It's good to be alive.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Why don't you stay and sing another one? We just did a concert at Unity of New York last Sunday, and Eric sang these two songs, and I thought it wasn't on this program, but let's do it. This song I wrote right after the Challenger crash. Remember that? And a group called Anti-Gravity, a flying stage group, contacted me and asked me if I would write something about that. And when I thought about it, what it's about for me is that astronauts or any explorers or any people who break new ground know that it's dangerous, know that there's a big risk involved, and they do it because by taking that risk, they can help humanity. So as we each think about where can we step out and risk doing something that might be dangerous or frightening because we think we're helping people. And so this is Let Me Fly.
I have gazed into the night and looked up at the stars and wondered if there might be life out there on Mars. Don't know if I can get there, but I sure would like to try. Let me dream, let me dare, let me fly. Let me break the surly bonds of this gravity I know. Let the fear that has been holding me finally let me go. Let me see my dreams come true, not just stand here standing by. Let me soar, let me through, let me fly. Let me fly beyond the sky and into outer space. Let me look back at the earth and see a different place. From out there, I'll see no borders, no enemies, no war. And when I've returned, maybe I'll have learned what we're all living for. And I know the chance I take take by taking to the sky. But the difference that I make will be the reason why. So even if I fail, even if I die, I'll have no regret. The challenge has been met. The world will not forget that everyone can fly. Let me show you. Let me fly. Thank you, David.
Beautiful. I'm having fun. So I'm going to let my husband, Shawn, who's going to sing the next song, introduce it for himself because I don't speak for him, okay?
Hey, Reyesa Katona Benedict, she recorded Listen to My Heart. Yeah, didn't you hear that on your first date? You and Garrett? Yeah. There we go. Yes. You're welcome. This song, I closed my nightclub act with this song, and I did an act. And at the age I was when I did it, I called it Because I Can. Because at that point, I could. It wasn't possible to fail. Just doing it was succeeding. And my thought was, I didn't want to get any older wishing I had tried something and didn't because I was too afraid to. And that's my message in this. Try forgiveness and see what happens. Because you don't want to get older wishing, oh, I wish I had taken a risk here, or I'd tried this, or I'd sung a song somewhere, even though I was afraid to. I did something that inspired me. And just the fact that we get up and do it inspires other. It's all a public service, in the interest of good for all. And so many years I wanted to do this. And so when David, I heard this song, and I thought, this is the good closure for my act. Because it's, well, listen to it. Let's see what you think. I never thought that there could be a love like yours and mine. I never dreamed that I would see the day that I would find a love that feels so right. But here we are tonight, and now the only thing we really need is time. We live on borrowed time. No one can be sure when the loan will finally come due. But I'm loving all of mine. I know what time is for. I borrowed it so I could spend it all right here with you. There was a time when I believed that life held guarantees. There was a time when I was sure my future was secure. But life had other plans. The future's in God's hands, and knowing that has let us live and love you more. We live on borrowed time. Yesterday is past. Tomorrow seems a million miles away. But I promise you that I'm gonna make love last by living every moment, every hour, every day. Now we may have a year and we may have a lifetime. No one can be certain what the future will allow. But you and I are here, and this time is that I know is that we have each other now. And now we live on borrowed time. Let's celebrate and sing as we walk bravely into the unknown. 'Cause we're gonna be just fine. Whatever life may bring, we'll face it all together, and we'll never be alone. We may not have forever, but our time will be our own. See you back in the peace section. Thank you so much. David Friedman.
So we have one more song, and then it's going to be your turn to sing. Samantha, if there's one song of mine that I would like the whole world to hear, it's this one. And the thing about it is, no matter what's going on, no matter how we feel, no matter what anybody does, no matter what happens, there's one choice we always have the freedom to make, and that's the choice to be kind. And this song is called We Can Be Kind.
So many things we can't control, so many hurts that happen every day, so many heartaches that pierce the soul, so much pain that won't ever go away. How do we make it better? How do we make it through? What can we do when there's nothing we can do? We can be kind, we can take care of each other, we can remember that deep down inside we all need the same thing. And maybe we'll find, if we are there for each other, that together we'll weather whatever tomorrow may bring. Nobody really wants to fight. Nobody really wants to go to war. If everyone wants to make things right, then what are we always fighting for? Does nobody want to see it? Does nobody understand? The power to heal is right here in our hand. We can be kind, we can take care of each other, we can remember that deep down inside we all need the same thing. And maybe we'll find, if we are there for each other, that together we'll weather whatever tomorrow may bring. And it's not enough to talk about it, not enough to sing a song. We must walk the walk about it, you and I, do or die. We've got to try to get along. We can be kind, we can take care of each other, we can remember that deep down inside we all need the same thing. And maybe we'll find, if we are there for each other, that together we'll weather whatever tomorrow may bring. and maybe we'll find true peace of mind if we always remember we can be David Friedman, ladies and gentlemen. David Friedman. Reverend Shawn Moninger, Eric Šebek. Thank you for your words and your music, David. Thank you.
While you're standing, thank you, Mark Saboslev and the band and the Westport Library and the Rotary and the technical staff, everybody. And thank you people for showing up for peace. So now we're all gonna sing, "Let There Be Peace on Earth," and let it begin with, yes, good. Okay, ready?
On behalf of the Westport Sunrise Rotary, we'd love to thank David Friedman, Shawn Moninger, Samantha, Eric, the band, and everybody for coming out today. It was really wonderful. If you want to check out our wine tasting is happening on October 16th, just a couple weeks away. We're going to have a wine tasting at the Inn at Longshore. There's going to be some really fun food and some wines and so forth. So if you want to sign up, there's a table over there. If you want to know anything about our Westport Club, definitely talk to anybody over there who's affiliated with Westport Sunrise Rotary. Once again, thank you so much to David Friedman, Shawn, and everybody for coming today.